Start the stream now. Sick. Right, I need to like move. No. 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 You can go over here. Yeah.
Naughty notifications.
Naughty notifications could go over on the middle of the screen. And then there we go. Right. There we go, we have our warm-up music. Actually, I will put... Where was I? Hey! Fantastic, right. Is that just not gonna work now? Or is it just really quiet? Oh, it's just really quiet, okay, that's fine. Shit! I need my Word document up! Fuck! I was just like, I'm missing something! Yeah, well done, Millie! Well done! You should fucking be proud. I was working on this Word document all of last night, but I forgot to like include how you get from where you are now to the bit that I planned. So we're gonna have some fun, lads.
Should be fun.
Hold on to your pants.
Hold on to your fucking nads, my lads, because it's about to get hairy. Right, I need to share it on Tumblr.
I'm just gonna reblog whoever shares it first.
Reblib.
Reblib.
I just don't.
Oh, don't do this to me. Yeah. Stop trying to log in as someone else. Right, yeah, let's just reblog that one. Reblog. Hold on to your nads, my dudes. It's about to get hairy. There we go, and now I need to put it in that other Discord that I have. Oh, hang on, let me move this quick. Ba 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 ba. Metadaming stream.
Oh no. Oh no.
What?
But Sunny said that our preview test thing, like, died miserably.
What do you mean?
Hold on, I'm gonna... How do I find the previous... thingamajig? How are you... Where did you see it?
I mean, it was working fine. Like, on the stream itself.
Okay, the stream itself was fine, but the recording is messed up?
Ah. I mean,
Okay.
so the thing I'm using is it's going to save a file locally, and then that's the one I'm going to be uploading to Thingamabob.
Did anyone go back and listen to the sound test?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it's really bad.
Okay, can you link it, maybe? Because I
Well,
don't know
I
how
mean,
to...
I can find it on my. Okay,
What the
right.
hell? It shouldn't be really bad.
Well, if anyone else can confirm.
Yeah, okay, so Tales of Elorien 5 minutes ago. This is the sound test we just did. And holy shit.
Okay, let me just.
And like, it doesn't get better. So we started doing, I came in and asked for us to be, to mute ourselves.
Hang on, let me disconnect and I'll come back. We are now live, so I can test it.
I will happily do that.
They can't use the banana. Like,
I mean, you sound alright. No, don't
So, hang on, what's gone on there?
Okay, so I need to mute rhythm.
But I can just,
No,
so, hang on, what's gone on? What you're hearing is what I can hear. It's not that, it's because my desktop audio is picked up. Nothing went wrong. That's exactly what it was meant to sound like, but you just understood how much chaos I went through.
Yeah, so can you fix that? 'Cause
No, that's not,
terrifying.
that's not the problem. If I switch to anything else, Discord won't work. That's just what happens when Twitch is unmuted for me. So don't worry, that's That's exactly what was meant to happen.
So
Okay.
you can do like another sound test and it won't sound like we're all possessed?
I mean, we don't sound like we're possessed, it just sounds like it's ridiculously echoed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
And-
because I had Twitch running on my computer,
Yeah.
so we don't need to do another sound test. It's fine.
It is fine, so when we actually stream it won't sound like that?
Yeah, I mean, we're streaming now.
Oh.
I've just got Twitch muted, which is what I've always had to do, and what most streamers have to do, because I mean, I can't figure out fucking soundboards and shit. I don't know how to do that, and also Discord really doesn't like line cables at all. So
Oh.
yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely
Okay.
fine.
As long as we don't sound like
Stream
that
sounds
again.
fine.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that is awful.
You see why I was breaking? Why I was losing my shit?
Like, what is causing that? Because I know that
no,
during the
no, no.
stream itself, it's fine.
No. So what is causing that is everything that's outputting from my computer was going into that recording. Yeah?
Okay.
So as soon as I unmuted my Twitch, you got 3 places that were echoing each other. So you had my voice coming in first, my voice coming out of the stream, your voice is coming out of the call, and then your voice is coming out of the stream. Which was
Okay,
why
this
I was
explains
losing my goddamn
everything.
mind. But that's all sorted
Pretty
now.
bad.
It's all fine.
We are so good.
Oh, so good. Oh man.
I feel so
A
sorry
scrub
for
lord
anyone
has arrived.
who's moment. And
Okay, but during the stream itself, it does sound okay. There's no
Yeah,
echoing
yeah.
during the actual
No.
live stream.
No, there
Okay,
isn't.
good.
No, you're absolutely
Okay.
fine. Right, it is 2 past. Do we all have our fucking dice ready, my dudes?
Yes.
Fantastic. Hello, Scrub Lord Luna. Welcome to the. Oh fuck! I need to tell them. Someone tell Avoir. Avoir.
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
tell Todd.
Yeah.
I do have my dice. Yay! And I have an entire bottle of wine. I'm so happy.
I have run out of squash. Actually, this
Sadly-
might be a problem.
I need to get more
the boss
vodka
is
for the next
already,
session.
Yeah. The boss has already said that you're streaming.
Yeah. Is the stream in it? Right, hang on. I need to make that chat box bigger.
My Twitch
Does
isn't
it
synced up to
seem-
that bot. I don't know how to get it to sync up.
Get a-
Oh, the bot's already done it.
The bots. I mean, I know the bot's done it, but I kind of want to, because I know a lot of people have that one muted.
Yeah.
So if someone just pops it in general, that would be great.
Yeah, Martin did.
Fantastic. Right. So we all have our dice. Right. So who wants to do a summary of what happened the last time we left off?
I'm okay to do it. Alright, so after a bit of a tavern brawl that I was directly responsible for, our 4 heroes, Pane, the half-elf wizard, Hal, the half-elf fighter, Morthal, the half-elf cleric, and Resh, the tiefling, not bard, the tiefling. Sorry. We were given tasks by the innkeeper who he had royally pissed off to go and make up for the destruction of her property. We killed a boar, we got some bread, we met some
Oh,
people,
thank you for
and
the
then-
follow.
Yeah, and then we went to the central church, the free area, whatever it's called. We met Heversham, who is the head cleric for the town. He told us that everyone who has eaten these strange, glowing, singing berries has been like they're just done. They are sky high.
They're
And
pretty tasty.
yeah,
Yeah, Morph failed
Yeah.
a wisdom check, and it was a really low DC.
With a
really
1.
low DC, and it was his actual like class skill. So
Yeah, it's like a saving throw.
I have a +4 to wisdom.
like wisdom saving throws. So either way, while we were all talking with Heversham, who was just bemoaning this horrible fate of his village, everybody who'd eaten the berries, sans Morthal, decided that to get up, charge out of the church, and they all together began to glow at the edge of town, and they said, we are the first. We are hers. We have found her. find her. And they all vanish. So the only clue that our team currently has, aside from alcohol, is that we go and speak to the druids, who supposedly did a ritual that they've been doing for longer than time, and it just didn't work out this time apparently. So we need to go talk to the druids. They do have a shop in town.
Yeah. Okay. So you were all still just outside the church when you saw this ridiculous, vast green fire and shadow combination crash over our villagers and like spirit them away. We have no idea where they've gone. And Havisham's standing next to you, and he is looking particularly distraught. And he turns to you, Hal, and he goes, "My son was in there."
Oh, shit.
And you can see him visibly shaking, and he's clutching the church doors for support right now. One of his aides, a slight blonde human woman, comes up to him and sort of takes him away, and he is not really aware of what's happening anymore. He's so fixated on this. So you are free to do as you want to do.
I'm...
Oh, Jesus.
So bad, Morth's found a new god.
Oh. Whatever god I ended up worshipping. What was it?
I get up. Well, get up. I'm standing. I immediately go into the church, not to follow Heversham, but to find the people who were corralling the townsfolk, the assistants.
Okay. Yep.
And I go up to one of them, and I try to approach them. I want to know the names of every person that was in here. Like, just give me a list of everyone who was in here.
Okay. The one of the human aides that was helping up before, he's got a name badge. He's just got Jack on it, and you assume that the rest of the aides have this on as well. He is entirely shaken up as well. You can sort of intuit that he probably had a family member disappear, and he points you to a register at the on the desk, which is where the pulpit used to be. That they've sort of made it sort of accessible, and there is a sheaf of paper with the people that they've had to admit into the church.
Excellent. Hal's gonna go over there. He's got his adventurer's journal, his codex, whatever you want to call it, and he's just gonna start taking down name, like whatever information is there. So I'm assuming it's name, age or profession, and race.
So they've got.
He's gonna take down those 40 names.
Yeah, it's their name, their domicile, and where they work. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That works. Just so you can distinguish, like, if you meet someone in the future, if you meet someone who's obviously had the berries, he can like go through and be like, well, you're not Louis because Louis is a tiefling. You're like a half elf. Okay, so what are other half elves in here? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you Jerry? So he can piece it together.
Yeah.
They were out of it.
Yeah.
And that is what he is doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's about 5 p.m. In World. So you still have time to explore.
Okay. So I turn to Havisham. Would the Urban Druid Society be open? You mentioned that they should have done a ritual. You haven't heard if it had been successful.
Hang on, I need to turn you up.
Mm.
Okay. Havisham shrugs. He's crying now. He's not going to be much use to you.
Yeah, it's our problem now.
Kind of awkwardly pat his shoulder and
So I'm writing. I probably have either my back to the group or whatever, or I'm away from it. But
I say we go see the druids.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea where those magic do, and the druids probably know the area better than anyone else.
Yep.
Well,
I look up from my writing and I go, we do have a druid in the party. We can talk to them too.
No, Hal doesn't know this. Hal
Oh,
still
shit.
thinks that Resh is a
how does
bard.
it know?
No, we have a druid, and I point it north.
You can tell he's a druid because he ate the berries to facilitate
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so yeah, you make your way out into the street, and you can see just a lot of townspeople have run to where these people have disappeared, and they're searching frantically.
Should we go and ask them if they've seen anything?
I close my book and I look at Pane and go, we saw it. Let's go to the druids.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, actually, can I do just, would it be insight and perception? Do I see any druids in the crowd? With a 16.
No, you
Okay.
you can't discern what sort of classes people are. They're all like just casually dressed townsfolk, all of
Okay.
them. You
Yeah,
get
I
the
got it.
idea that they are more the working sort of class. You have people that are dressed in sort of healing robes that work in the church and the hospital. You've got a couple of people in their knight's armor who patrol the town, but nothing that particularly screams druid to you.
Sweet, I start going towards because I know where it is. It's this way, guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
Follow
no,
Hal,
that's
I
true.
Wait, hang on, can you give me a wisdom check?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Intelligence is remembering stuff.
Oh.
7.
All right, you walk around the town a couple of
It's not
times.
a big town.
Yeah, it's a relatively big-sized town. You walk around town a couple of times, like you walk in a
It's the pot shop. I should be able to find this.
you walk in a square a lot, and you arrive at the druid shop after about half an hour when it should have taken you about 10 minutes. And it's almost
I'm distracted. I just
Hal, I swear you are never leading us anywhere, ever
Well
again.
then, let's just go.
um,
Last time Morth led us, he ate some shit.
Hey, that led us exactly back to town.
After a detour in the berry patch of hell.
Does the Urban Druid Society look open from the outside?
Did I call it the Urban Druid Society?
Yes,
You did.
Amazing. Okay. Oh, I don't remember doing this. So you come to the Urban Druid Society, and that's the UDS for short. It's like the UPS symbol, but instead of a P, it's got a D, and that's on their door.
Does it have, like, open or closed?
It's got a closed sign actually on it, and this sort of grand building you can tell was woven by lots of magics, and it's almost as if trees were brought out from the ground to construct a building. It's giantly it's basically a giant treehouse. And there's fantastic like shrubbery growing off it. There are like flowers sort of winding around, and a massive tree. Yeah, and it's a willow tree and it falls down. And can someone give me a nature check?
Druid.
Okay, hold on. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
16.
16. What did you get,
2.
Kat? 2. Everything. Resh sees this
Okay.
building and he's fucking pumped, man. He's never seen anything as beautiful as this building.
Shit, that's a lot of trees.
Holy fuck, this is amazing.
Hal, you see the building and you're like, that's a fucking tree building. What did everyone else get?
I got 16.
My question is, it's a pretty distinctive
6.
building, How did you not find this in like 10 minutes? How did you take so long?
I just watched my buddy's kid get eaten by a green light.
Yeah, no, a 16 doesn't actually cut it for the info I wanted to give you.
Cool.
But yes,
I go up to this giant door that's probably enchanted, and I just slam my fist on it, like bang, 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 open up.
okay, so you hear, like, you thump it 3 times, and you can hear it resounding throughout the entire building. And nothing happens for about a minute. And then you hear the door creak open.
Well, that's creepy. Okay.
Wait, was someone behind it?
Do you want to find out?
Perception check? I don't, because I got a crit 1. I pushed that door open.
Yeah, you fucking,
I shoved
you're
that
like,
door
shit,
open.
man, that's cool that door was unlocked at the time that it was. Sick. And
I got a nat 20. Give me that.
you got a nat 20. There is no one behind that door, but you sense something inside.
Doesn't matter, it's me.
you, Hal
Can I
rushes
grab
in.
him by the back of the collar? Can I do that?
Both of you roll me initiative checks.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
9.
7,
Oh.
9. Yeah, so you catch Hal's armor just in time, and you sort of jerk him back.
What? What is your problem? It's open.
There's something in there.
Yeah,
but it's,
druids.
Yeah, probably a druid.
I'm going to say not to step into the threshold of the weird, creepy place we just found until we thoroughly make sure there's no enchantments or traps behind that.
It's a tree building, of course it's got enchantments on it.
it doesn't matter.
And you were gonna
As-
charge into them.
As soon as Hal put his foot over the threshold, the phalites started to turn on inside, which is actually
See, it's open! That's your trap!
someone give me an intelligence check.
Oh!
What'd you get,
I
Hal?
got a 2 with a -1.
Hal, you're like, oh man, this shit self lights. Isn't this sick?
I got 17.
So, right,
That was crap.
anyone over 10
Dawn, you need to
realizes.
shush. Dawn.
Anyone over 10 realizes that that's weird, because if the phalites weren't on, that means that no one was there in the first place, and you were the first person to be in here for a good sort of day or so.
Resh gives
Oh.
Hal a very pointed
Hal?
look.
Hal, stop. Okay?
Stop what?
Don't go in.
I turned the lights on. Ooh, scary magic.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
I'm actually
No
gonna
one
side
was
with
there,
Hal on
and
this one.
now you will trespass and I'm
I
trying
fist
to
bump
stop
Morty.
you.
Fist bump from Morth, yes.
This bump back.
Hal, you're trespassing on private property. If the lights were, no one was home.
I don't give a shit.
Then why was
No,
the
you know
door
what?
open?
Oh. You know what? Fine, go in.
Yes, and I go in.
I go in as well.
You
I'm begrudgingly following.
okay? So you all how many people?
I'm going in.
Does Resh go in?
Oh no, I would rather want to check
Resh is
for
good
some sort
out
of
here.
smell.
I mean, you can give me an Arcana check if you want.
Okay, yeah, an Arcana check would be nice. I got a non-natural 20.
And then, yeah, so you do an Arcana check, you do detect magic, and this place fucking lights up. You know that this place is inherently magical,
Of course.
but
Made of trees.
you you don't feel anything malicious in there.
Okay, I like
It's
how
all
Hal's
just like
armor.
it's all natural magics. It's all druidic magics, and there isn't anything bad that you can tell magical inside.
Okay, perception
Okay.
check. What does this place, or actually investigation check.
Yeah.
Do I see any signs of people being there? Charlotte, you're really quiet.
Well,
If I keep
Yeah.
talking over you because you're so quiet.
Same,
is
we're
a
super
lot.
quiet.
I mean, I've turned you up to like 150, so.
Okay.
She's at 200 for me.
Yeah,
She's a 200 for me and I still can't hear her.
Hang on, let me
Does this sound any better?
slightly.
Yes.
A little, yeah.
Okay, so you do a perception check, and what did you roll?
Well, it's more investigation.
Or investigation.
Actually, no, it doesn't really matter because it's a fucking 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see that the dust has settled, and okay, I'll get right back to this. Kat, I need to know right now.
Yeah.
I need to know right now.
Oh my god, no, why?
Because you put it there, and I need to know right now.
Right now, what?
It's
I don't know, like a... like that, maybe?
That,
I think that's the
that
lowest
is
I
a
can
reference
get.
to the
You're
Twitch
welcome,
chat.
Oh, Martin, do
You're
me a favor
welcome.
and clip that.
Oh my god, please
Right.
don't.
Anyway, so
Why do you
Hal,
have me do voices? Oh god.
Hal sees a layer of dust has been sort of you know that kind of layer of dust that is only just about perceptible, and it sort of it's been there for about a week or so, which is weird because this place, Hal, you know from past visits, is bustling with at least 20 druids at once. Like, not all of them belong to this area, but there's always someone in here. So to have all of the wares and to have all the glass undisturbed with dust is really unsettling.
I pass this on to the group. Like, this place is supposed to be open every day. There's like constant traffic through here.
It's like UDS is like the equivalent of your local 24/7 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Like it's always
those
got
snacks.
what you need, and it's always got what you need right now. And it's open
How
all
mad,
hours of
by
the
the
day.
way.
Huh?
How mad, by the way. He's mad. He's like getting really like worked up. He's just pissed.
Right.
And he's just gonna go right through this store, like not browsing wares, like looking for like a employee door, a staircase up or down. Where the fuck are the druids?
Can I feel anything distinct about the magic inside?
Yeah, it's fucking druidic as shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Trees!
Yeah, there are trees everywhere and they're fucking magic.
It smells like one of those pine cone car fresheners.
It actually kind of smells like, you know, wheatgrass smoothies?
Yep.
Kind of smells like that, and the really specific pine tree iced tea that IKEA sells.
Oh, yeah.
Fantasy IKEA.
Fantasy cards, go on.
IKEA.
That's our one.
Where all your
flat.
flat pack dreams come through.
Okay. Do I find a door? Does anything eat? I'm getting a Dragon Age vibe. I'm expecting a bunch of dead bodies.
Just poof, appear. No, we're not in the Underdark.
Okay, cool.
What is that
I'm
tree in
gonna
this shop,
follow-
by the way?
Yeah,
This
gonna
shop
follow
is
her.
actually, like, if you had never seen a magical shop before, this would look so fucking sweet. Like, there's every single, like, color imagined in a glass bauble. You have enchanted automatons that move and dance, though they're doing so really slowly because they're feeding off only residual magics right now. You've got lovely, brightly coloured flowers in pots and little bonsai trees. You have charms for warding off evil, charms for love, charms for getting really good at growing plants and such. And it's just, and you've got like a sort of bar of drinks and sandwiches and crisps, and it's your meal. It's the meal deal section, and it hasn't all gone off. There's just nothing there. But
So it's all tap.
it's all tat, yeah, but it's all like endearing tat, and it all actually has a use. It's not like, you know, a keychain that you get that says "I love London" and that's all it says. It's a keychain that says "I love London," but it also spins magically. So
and plays Jerusalem.
Perpetual motion.
yeah, and it plays Jerusalem as you hold it up, and it glows in the sunlight.
Actually, before I follow Hal, do I see any incense?
Yeah, you see an entire wall with incense and incense holders
It's there.
and like
Are
these.
there any brass brasseries up on the?
There's a couple of little brass
Component
pots, yeah.
shopping. But we're not shopping. We're
I pick up.
stealing.
No,
Let's just watch
Okay.
them all. Like,
I'm gonna pick up some incense in one of the brass incense burners, and I'm just gonna leave the correct amount of change tucked in behind the till.
It's kind of funny, because this is a shop that runs 24/7, but there's not always someone to man the shop. There's actually a little sort of box, and it's shaped like an orc head, but the orc is sort of smiling and winking. And on it in bright pink ink is the honesty orc.
I will pay my way with the honesty orc, because I don't know. Orcs have large teeth. I don't want him biting my hand off because I haven't paid for my goods.
You put your change in, and the orc says, "Thank you," and winks.
What the fuck was that?
Wow.
Nice.
You know what? This trip to the druid shop was worth it.
I mean, like, yeah, maybe we should look for some druids now.
Yeah, so Hal, you do find, like, the employee break room.
I open it.
It's it's sort of
No hesitation.
it's a kitchen. It's got a table with some chairs in it. There's like a fantasy microwave on the counter.
There's a printed sheet that's there's a printed sheet with like really big calligraphy. Wash your own dishes, please. Keep the sink clean.
There's another place.
Cover on food when pushing in fantasy microwave.
Yeah, there's another sheet of paper that someone has like taken a lot of time that details people's rosters.
Sheet on the fantasy fridge going, who ate my sandwich?
Yeah, there's a really passive-aggressive note system going on the fantasy fridge, which is actually just a crate that's been enchanted to be cold.
Yes. Okay, so Hal is going around, just for reference, with like his axe out, like his little his hand axe, and he's like using the hook of that to like pull shit open and like he's ready to kill something. He's ready.
Can I investigate it for any signs of like grease?
Yeah, go for it. Roll me a d20, my dude.
That is an 8.
You're really
you look at the crate. You're not quite sure what it is.
You're like really enamored with this fantasy microwave, because what it is, it's a metal box with a swinging door that's made of glass, and someone's made a rune on it that makes it hot inside for as long as you have your finger on the rune, and you're fucking enamored with this thing. You're like, this is so sick.
Guys, come and have a look. This is an amazing use of digitation and evocation magic. Can you see how they've carved the rune? It's like its own mini ritual spell. Oh, I want to take it apart and research it.
I wanted to have Hal open the ice box to look for any berries inside, but I rolled a 3, so you do what
you pick up this ice box and you can't figure out how to open it. You start shaking it and you can hear rattling inside, and Hal's like, shit, yeah man, there's shit in this thing, and you throw it on the floor. And it's just a crate, so it smashes.
There we go.
And there's like a week-old leftover. Oh shit! I left pasta in the real microwave. Now I'm sad. Yeah, you've got like someone's had like bread loaves in there that was supposed to stay cold. Like the signature cake from the Honey Yellow Bakery, which is a really cute little egg tart, like custard tart, with a bee on it. There's a couple of that. Yeah, there were a couple of those on it. But they were there's yeah man, fantasy pastel de nata with bees on it, and there's honey drizzle on it. And they were there. They were in their little tin cases. They'd gone a little bit moldy. So yeah, but in your overall investigation, this looks like it wasn't shut down properly the last time. You have a pretty good idea of how these druids work, and they were very leave as you would want to see it left. And so they would never leave like food about. They wouldn't leave like utensils just on the side, and you can see there are just things scattered as if they were in mid-use.
So they either had to leave in a rush, or they expected to come back after a short time.
Something like that.
So seeing the honey yellow, I'm not gonna roll investigation because I think he's trying to figure this out. No one lets honey yellow pastries go moldy. Just not done. So they have not been here in a while, and since they did not take the pastries with them, he's gonna assume. Okay, he looks good. I don't know what happened, but it was bad.
Well, we've got missing people and now missing druid. That's one lead down. Unless anyone
Is
can
there
think of
any
any
like
other things.
logbook around? Like
Just
someone
give me a
must have.
dirty one, I don't care. Sorry, I'm trying to get Syl to give me my pasta. Yeah, sick.
All narrative has just gone flying out the window.
I was listening really intently. And then I saw Syl trying to get the garlic bread. What the fuck have you done? Yeah, sick. Put it in the pasta.
Oh my god.
Yeah, anyway.
Oh my god.
Carry on.
Martin,
D&D
what did you
pasta
ask?
break.
What
Yeah,
did you
is
ask
there
for?
any like logbook in here to see if someone must be doing the books?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, okay, so give me an investigation check.
Can we all have a look for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I keep
Everyone pitch in.
Gryffindor's fireman style looking for this office.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I rolled a 14.
Oh, investigation shit, right? 5.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1, so...
Am I the only person who rolled over 10?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Charlotte, what did you roll?
14.
Okay, so a 14
These
was the
rolls.
highest.
We are.
Okay, so
aware.
everyone except from Pane is just looking at a blank space on the wall.
I just kind of like wave my hand in front of their eyes.
They're trying to like, you know, what they're doing is really overcomplicated things. They're trying to find an indent in the wall that they can press into, and it will give them a secret passageway to the magical books that they keep. And they're trying to pat down the walls to find. They're like knocking to find the hollow bit. Anyway, Pane, you go over to where the honesty orc was, and you go under the sort of lockbox, and you see there, plain as day, a bright red book that says purchases and dealings.
I remove that book
Yep.
and I walk back over to them and I just lightly tap them all on the head with the book. Like, what are you looking at? It's right here. It's under the desk where it would obviously be.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh my god.
Yeah. When was the last sale of the book?
I flick through from the back towards the front to the last recorded entry in the notebook.
Okay. So you see the last log in the book is a piece of jewelry. It was an emerald ring set in silver, and it says, as a description underneath, Lady Luck. And you see that the buyer was someone called Maria, and the ring itself cost about 200 gold, and that was about a week and a half ago.
Okay.
Oh.
This person, whoever they are, has some serious money to be waving around.
Yeah, I don't care
Charlotte,
about
you've
the
gone
sale.
super muffled.
Yeah.
Like, you've got your hand over your mouth.
Oh,
You need to put your mic by your face.
yeah. I'll just balance my laptop on my face.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. So the last purchase in here was for a ring bought by someone called Maria. It just says Lady Luck. It was pretty expensive, and it was about a week ago, which would sort of make the level of dust in here make sense.
I checked my book. Is there a Maria on the list that I wrote?
You scan quickly through your list, and there's no mention of a Maria.
Okay.
When did the berries start? Havisham told us, like,
The berries.
A month?
month. Okay.
Because it had to have time for Havisham to call for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a lady
How do
and
we
they
find
found
these
her.
druids?
But,
It's gonna be those standing stones, isn't it?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
with the sending stones. Alright,
Either way, we're gonna have to check out these druid stones because they're the only link of weird magic around here that we've got left related to this.
okay. That
Can
seems fair to me. Yeah. Resh?
Resh investigate and see if there's any magical traces that might lead them in a certain direction?
Yep, go for it. Give me an investigation. Actually, no, give me an arcana.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Arcana. Great. 11.
Can I help with that?
There's a
Magic
lot
trees.
of magic in this place.
Yeah, Pane, if you want, give me an arcana as well.
Every time the three casters
Yeah,
in the group say
20.
there's a lot of
A
magic
20,
in here,
a
Hal
nat
gives
20 or an
them-
unnat 20?
Unnat 20.
Unnat 20, okay.
14 plus 6.
Hal gives them
So-
the flattest look.
When you felt the people, when you saw the people disappear, you felt that the color of the magic was green. You can feel that same color again, but this time there's an underlaying color of gold. And it's tugging you outwards.
Okay. Well,
There's magic here that's the same as what stole all the townspeople, but there's something different about it that wasn't there before. It feels
If you give me an intelligence check as well.
golden. Oh, that's also quite good. That is 16.
Okay, so with a 16, so you understand the magic pretty well.
Hmm.
And this kind of magic seems like it had to be woven pretty strong. Like,
Okay.
it feels like there was a resistance to this magic that just belonged to the druids here. So the green and yellow magic, the green and golden magic, had to work hard here, and that's why there's still quite a lot of residual strands left.
Okay. There's this undercurrent of gold magic, but because of how entrenched the druid's magic is here, it's a lot stronger, and I can sort of feel the remains of it. Do I know which direction it's going off? It's sort of tugging me in.
If you peek your head out of the door, the magic leads directly into the heart of the forest.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it
Druid
probably won't come as
stones.
anyone's surprise, but it goes directly that way, and there's probably druid stones at the end of it.
That makes sense, but I'm not going into the middle of the forest in the middle of the night.
I mean,
Right
that's fair, that's fair. There's all sorts of things out there.
Break of dawn, however.
Hmm?
I feel
Break
like
of
there's
dawn.
a little bit of time pressure here.
Yeah. I mean,
Penny, are you?
Morph
look at
needs his
Penny.
beauty sleep.
No,
I'm-
he doesn't. Not when he's thrilled, he doesn't.
Actually, yeah. So like, I look at Morth and I remember, yeah, you ate the crazy poison berries. You're on a ticking. You're shit out of luck. But then I look at Pane and I go, do you have any juice left? Like, you were using a lot of magic earlier.
I do not. I only have my weaker spells left. I don't have any major spells left.
Okay, and then I look at Morth and I go, how are you feeling?
Fully
Give me-
topped up. I didn't use anything.
Give me a constitution check, Morph.
Good.
Come on, roll good.
Neat. Where's my count? 11.
11. Okay.
Oh!
So even with an 11, you don't feel anything just yet.
Okay, I look at Resh. It's the same question. How do you feel? Like
Hi, George.
energy. Like, could you get into a fight right now and be all right?
I'm good to go.
All right.
Yeah. It's just Pane who's bunked her load.
All right. So I look at Penny. It's like you can rest and then catch up with us, or we can go
I mean-
now.
You can all take a short rest. That's not a problem.
Let's get something to eat and then we'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That'll give you some of your
wizards
spells
never on
back.
short, don't they?
That depends on the
double
class.
check.
She should get something back. I can't
I think
remember
they
what.
do.
Why did I not have the papers from Ooh.
Wizards.
I mean, I'll let it sit so you get your spell slots back on the short rest. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Into the forest we go.
Oh no, you have to do the
After
short
lo-
rest
after
first.
getting-
We're jumping the gun a bit.
Hal's just
Okay,
so
we'll
ready to go.
get food.
Okay, so you sort of trudge back to the old dancing legs, where Jess is wiping down tables, looking quite dejected. You can see there's significantly less staff in the old dancing legs than there were last night. And you can imagine that she's lost a good couple to the green fire as well.
Great.
But you put in your orders for food. This time you get a sharing pallet of chicken wings, so there are no disputes. And
there will still be disputes over the chicken wings.
Oh yeah, like Hal has started throwing like the bones at Resh.
Fuck's sake.
Like I'd throw a fry at him, not something I've put in my mouth.
And then you go up
Gross.
to your quarters just to have a sort of short rest and sort of nap kind of thing. Morph
Could I
is...
talk?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, could I talk to Jess, like when people are like going to go take that nap, where I just go and I tell her like, okay, do you know a woman named Maria?
Okay, right. So everyone else is gone to have their rest and relaxation. And you going down, and Jess is sort of closing down the bar. She's putting all the ale bottles away, and you ask her if she knows someone called Maria, and she says, "Well, I know quite a few Marias. Could you be more specific?"
Do you know a Maria who looks like she would have had enough money to throw at magical artifacts? Maybe came through asking about the druids or the forest or. The Druid Society hasn't been open in a week. No one's been in there.
Shit, really? Oh.
Dust everywhere.
Oh
They
shit.
left honey yellow tarts like just to mold.
Holy shit, she says. She looks
I know.
incredibly offended at this because honey yellow tarts are a goddamn treasure to this town. And like she's like she can't quite comprehend it because she doesn't understand someone who doesn't eat a honey yellow tart in less than an hour.
I know.
Like she just
I know that it doesn't
what
make
the
any
fuck?
sense.
She just doesn't get it. Well, I mean, I'll have to put that aside to think about later because I'm gonna have to think about this. And who just DC'd?
Rhythm.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hang on.
No, keep the scene going.
I will. And she says, "Well, I'm not entirely sure what her name was, but I feel like it could have been a Maria. We did have an incredibly wealthy woman come through about a month and a half ago. And
You're not there.
Sorry.
You're asleep.
No, he is there. I like jumped. Okay, yes.
and she made quite an impression on us. And I feel like I may have seen her around town about a week and a half ago. I feel like she had a trading caravan come through quite regularly. Though I didn't like the look of her that much. She smelt of bad magic.
What did she look like? Give me anything. Elven.
She was just a human, just a human lass. She had short, dark hair. Always really wanted a glass of wine. She tended to wear furs. Even though it was really quite warm out, like you can see the weather. It's pretty mild. You don't need furs, but she was wearing them. They look like the real shit too, not that the weird fake shit you get from China. And different fantasy China.
Fantasy China. Okay.
I just said Neverwinter.
Fantasy China, it's a real place, and I know people don't understand. But it's a real place, it's just north of here, Fantasy China. It's a great, it's really good when you want lots and lots of cheap shit. Anyway, yes.
What was the name of the caravan? Her wagon. What were the names? What was the name? You'd have it written down.
Yeah, I wish I had a written down name. You have any idea how much of this I'm bullshitting right now?
100% everything.
Absolutely everything. I'm gonna have to get someone else to write it down so I don't retcon myself next episode.
Don't worry, I'm writing stuff down.
Oh,
Shit,
anyway.
It was in a bright red book, Millie. I thought we were following the plot.
God damn it, we need to consult our script writers.
I'm doing the best I can, alright? Anyway, I don't think her caravan actually had any. She wasn't selling anything. She was just buying a lot of shit. The caravan itself had very dark skins. It was dark leather, and she always had a couple of thuggish-looking bastards with her when she was running around with them. So, I mean, if you want to call it the Bastards Caravan, you're more than welcome to do that. And
I will.
and well, yeah, good, because I need more people to call it the Bastards Caravan. Because I don't like those guys one bit. I've had to kick them out more times than I really want to think about. And as you're talking to Jess about this, Morph, your head hits the pillow, and you're asleep in seconds. And you have some very disturbing sounding dreams. And it only lasts about 5 minutes before you sort of stir back into consciousness. And you can only remember one thing, and it's that you have to go and find her now.
Yeah.
Must have been something you ate.
Pane
Damn.
and Rex, can you give me a perception check, please? 'Cause
Okay.
You're the only ones with Morph in the room right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna start trying to like get up and slip away if I have to go.
21.
21. Okay, yeah, you see Morph's eyes have that glowing ring of green again. And Morph, it's not a compulsion yet. It's just
Yeah.
you feel the need to go and find it. You don't have to do it right now. Like, you are not being compelled to move anywhere. It's just a thought, a chain in the back of your head. You need to go and find her.
Okay.
Do we notice anything weird about him apart from the fact that he's suddenly very awake?
He comes back to consciousness as sort of as you usually would, slowly, and then all at once. And his sort of 5-10 minute cat nap was normal, as adventurers tend to use power naps as a pretty good way of resting on the journeys and travels. And yeah, apart from that ring of green, nothing is different. But the ring of green is permanent now. It hasn't faded away like the first time when Hal said something and you guys didn't believe him.
Where's the ring of green again?
It's
Sorry.
around the outside of his iris.
Okay. Your eyes looking super freaky again. What you'd want to know.
Vindication.
Pane, you didn't notice the first time.
Oh, didn't I?
It was
No one
just
believed
Hal.
me.
Oh. Oh my god, your eyes are green.
Dear.
When did that happen? What?
I don't know. I just had a nap.
What did you like? Freak, damn it.
Okay, I look. Am I there in the room? Or am I back
You're
upstairs?
still talking to Jess. Like
Jess?
the conversation with Jess, because she got really enthusiastic about Fantasy China, took about 20
Oh yeah,
minutes.
no, absolutely.
Um,
I'm having another drink. Yeah.
Yeah, she's poured you both a couple of glasses of ale, and you.
In that case, I turn to Resh and I'm like, have you ever seen his eyes go green?
Rest. What did you roll that time?
I think he did notice.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. No, but he did pretty well on his rolls last time, so.
It was only Hal that noticed.
No.
Oh,
But
was it?
what did you roll for this time? Sorry, is what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even rolled yet, hold on.
Oh, okay.
What did you, Perception, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was 23.
23.
Yeah, both rolled
You're
super high.
you're both looking at each other, going, "I haven't seen that before. Have you seen that before?"
That's not normal. I swear his eyes weren't green before.
Like, I've been through this before. They're red and yellow.
Now you're an entire stop sign all by yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's a stop sign? No. I grab his arm and I start corralling Morph down. It's like, we're gonna show Hal this. Has Hal ever seen this before?
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
Hal's the only one that noticed it, but yeah.
Yeah,
You can,
but we don't know that.
No, he told you, and
Did
you
he?
didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Some of us,
Doubted me because I'm an
but
ass.
no one else saw it.
Okay, Hal may have been telling the truth then. Down we go, down you go.
So I look up because I
Okay.
hear down we go, down we go, down we go, and I look, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys?
His
Oh
eyes
my
are
God.
green!
Ushering him along.
Ah, yeah. Okay, how do you feel now,
I
Morris?
still feel fine.
Okay.
Anything in your head telling you to disappear in a puff of light?
I don't think that's how it works.
Okay, which one of us is the wizard here?
I mean, I can do magic, so get off my horse there.
I put my drink
You're
down.
a cleric.
I think it's time we follow the gold light. Pane, if you could do the honors, because you
Yeah.
can see it and I can't.
Yeah.
Roll
Okay.
Arcana
Roll Arcana.
with advantage
as
because
well.
you've done it. You've sensed it
Yeah.
before.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Oh wait, I can do it. No.
I mean, you can
No,
all
just
roll.
me.
You can all roll Arcana to see if you do it, but Pane's already sensed it before, so I'm giving her
Okay.
advantage.
That is
Oh.
24.
One, I don't
19.
Fantastic. Morph, you're convinced it's in the floor.
13.
and
I got a 12.
12? Yeah, okay. You don't. I mean, you're not really a magic person, so you don't really
Oh.
understand what's going on. Morph is
I
like.
just look for I look for gold. I find it like a copper penny. I
Uh
pick it
huh.
up.
Morph is like scratching at the floorboards. Jess is just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Fuck.
I'm sorry. They're both. They're
Not a
both.
bad day.
Rush got a 19.
So
Okay, cool. Resh can also feel. You can feel the color of this magic, and you can tell it's not right. But Pane, with your 23, you
24.
24. With your 24, you quite happily sort of feel this coloured golden magic, and it's not coming to the inn at all. But you can see a stream of it, a really, really faint stream, sort of flowing just past the inn, past the church, and into the forest.
That's trippy.
Pane at the front.
So
door,
we're definitely going after this then.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We're
I
going
make
to go
sure
into the
I
forest.
Morph as we go though.
Yeah. Keep more. Let's put the squishiest person at the front.
You can see.
Yeah, that is true. I can give directions from the back. No, okay. I'm just like, I sort of sigh, and I'm like, well, off for magic hunting we go, and I start leading you all into the forest.
Do you
following
sing
the-
a chipper song as you go?
I mean, we're going on a magic hunt. We're going to catch a big one.
Pane, roll
yeah.
me a performance check. Resh, roll me a performance check.
Okay. This is gonna be fun. 25!
Oh my god, I got 14.
Okay,
Nat
so
20 plus my 5.
so Pane starts like humming along, and Resh, you hear this humming, and you're like, oh shit, man, no, I'm not having this mediocre humming going on, and you like bust out a lute, and you're playing some sick tunes as you walk into the forest.
The liar.
Yeah,
It's
that
a liar.
sounds a liar.
It's a liar. My bad. So anyway,
about
Hal,
like
Hal is quiet as we're walking, and he's just like in his head. So much for stealth.
you know that that bit where SpongeBob's singing about the Krusty Krab pizza and Squidward is there? Hal is Squidward and everyone else is SpongeBob. You apparently just don't give a shit. And as you
Once we get into the trees, I imagine that we all sort of just start quieting down a bit.
I mean, maybe.
Did you just say no? I mean, I know I did.
We all have dark vision, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank
Sweet, no
goodness.
light.
Yeah, because you're all half elves and a tiefling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so you all
Millie.
have darkfish. You freaking. One day, I'll figure out how to get rid of that.
You can just blind us all.
I could do that, but that's not creative enough. Anyway, so you start to walk under the canopy of these trees. And as you only decided to have a short rest, it's getting to about 10 p.m. And because it's sort of late summer, you still have the vestiges of sunlight creeping through, but it's not strong. You are all lucky that you have dark vision, but it makes the entire forest grey out. There is not enough light for you to distinguish colour here. And as you step into the leafy hosts that you have seen on the edge of this town, it gets colder. But still, the only colour that, Pane, you can see is the gold and green magic. And it's weaving its way delicately past all these trees.
It's getting chilly. Can I quickly use prestidigitation to warm up my gloves?
Yeah, go for it.
I make myself some nice magic hand warmers because I need my hands to gesticulate and do magic, and I don't want them getting cold.
Okay, well, Pane makes some magical hand warmers. And
just for me.
Just for you.
Well, no, because it only works in like a limited area. So unless someone else is in like 1 cubic foot of me, they're not getting anything.
Yeah.
This is your call, but thaumaturgy, I can alter the appearance of my eyes.
Yes,
for
you
up
can.
to a minute.
Yeah.
Can I just keep casting it since it's a cantrip?
Wait. What if like the green gets brighter the closer we get, or something weird like that?
Well, we would have to notice that he's cast it first, wouldn't we? So I want to see if magic works on the green eyes at all.
Oh yeah, because my cure wounds didn't work.
Yeah. Do you want to try
Go for
it?
it, Morth.
Yeah, it's vocal.
You can certainly
so
try.
just like under my breath.
It's vocal, and you just and your eyes change color. So yeah, just under your breath you cast thaumaturgy, and you feel a familiar wash come over your eyes, but you can't see your eyes. So there we go. Everyone else is looking forward. You think you've cast this thing. You can feel it being cast. No one's looking at your eyes.
Cool.
I'm looking at the back of you in case you do anything really creepy.
I mean,
my is close, but it's not enough.
I mean, I know I'm looking at. I'm guiding everyone by following the very pretty magic trail. But is it also possible to keep an eye out for an eye or an ear out for other things in the surrounding forest? It's nighttime now.
Give me a perception check.
Everyone or just her?
20.
20. There is very little. And this is weird, because a forest at night is not as silent as one would think it was. But this forest is void of any life right now, which is weird, because you were only in here this morning, and you caught a boar and deer scattered, and you could hear all the insects going. And it's very off-putting to be in this situation right now.
Keep going, I guess.
So you keep going, and you keep following this twisting trail of light until you have no idea where you are. How you also have no idea where you are, and and you and Pane have been in this forest a couple of times now for army training reasons, and you are relatively familiar with the ground now. But you are lost, like capital L lost. But as you keep following this golden and green trail, it leads into thicker and denser foliage until it's nothing anymore, and there is a plain. And the plain is only small. The opening is quite sudden, as if something just made the forest stop growing there. And it's a good sort of 5 meters in diameter, and in the middle of this plain there is a standing stone. And you can see on this standing stone the gold and the green weaving in and out of it, but there is also black, and it seeps through this standing stone like a virus. It is very obviously not meant to be there. In front of this standing stone there is a small pillar that comes to about waist height for most of you, and there are smaller, like, seating stones around it, as if this was a very well used, very well kept ritual site. However, it's been in disrepair, you can tell. The stone seats are cracked, the pillar has got lichen all over it, and all of the grass around this standing stone has started to go yellow.
Okay, I stop everyone before we get into the clearing upon seeing all of the black rotting magic and the grass. And I turn to the woman very quietly, go, there's something very, very wrong with the magic around here. So wait, don't go into the clearing just yet. It might be dangerous. Can I tell anything more specific about the black magic that's going around? Can I sense any sort of magical traps or anything?
Arcana time.
Arcana time. It's a good job. I'm proficient in this.
I am not. I got a 1.
I got.
I got a 21.
Okay.
I got 21 as well.
21, and 1. Yeah, Hal is completely cool with this situation. He sees nothing wrong.
I see nothing wrong, but I do trust my party when they say there's bad shit. Like, I don't see it. Okay.
Yeah, you have,
thank God.
Yeah, you sort of stay back, but you're like, oh, why? Completely not paying
It's
attention
Weird magic shit.
to any
It's a
of
rock.
this.
There's rocks around. Rocks.
Resh
We knew there were
and
rocks.
Pane, you actually, when you try and think about this black magic, it doesn't make sense. Like, you try and figure it out, but as soon as you try and stare at the blackness, it displaces. Like when you are trying to stare at a light in the corner of your eye, or a star on or a dimly lit star on a black night, and you...
Like when a magic eye picture doesn't work.
Exactly like that. You can only really see it in your peripheral vision. As soon as you start to look right at it, it sort of goes gold, and then you can't look right at it anymore.
Have I turn to Resh and like, have you seen anything like this before?
I don't know, have I? Do I have to roll for that?
Roll me a history check.
Oh,
Both of us or just Resh?
Just Resh.
22.
22. Okay, so Resh, your mother used to talk about these stones, and she made it very clear that these were important places. They were holy places, not just for druids, but for everyone. And when she used to tell tales, you don't remember much, but you were pretty sure that she said that they were of a brilliant colour, that you couldn't mistake them for anything else. The stone that you're looking at now it's grey and dying.
Oh, that's kind of heartbreaking. Okay. So I relay this information to the rest of the party. It's like, this should not be like this. This should have so much more life and energy in it, and it's just dying. Can I get... Wait, it would not be a good idea to touch it, I suppose, but...
Yeah.
Can I get a little closer and see if there's anything that's causing a drain on its energy?
Yep. You can go closer to it. As you get closer to it, your head starts to feel fuzzy, as if your mind was being displaced in the same way that your sight was earlier. But as you get closer to it, you can hear whispers, and it just says, "Find her. You are close. You can find her." Someone give me a perception check.
Okay.
Not 20!
Yay!
I was paying attention.
I got a 15.
14.
So you all
6.
notice. Well, I mean, your one didn't matter anyway, because everyone notices Morph gunning for this thing. Like, it's
Shit.
Shit, no, wait, no, I want to grab him. I was watching him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could grab. You can be. Both of you give me initiative.
Not 20!
5.
Okay. So as Morph starts walking very quickly towards the standing stone, Hal, you grab him around the stomach and you like properly
Throw him to
dig
the
yourself
Bopping
in.
him into the floor.
You,
no.
you fucking suplex him into a tree.
Nothing!
And you have a very firm hold on him now.
Oh, yes.
No.
I'm struggling.
Yeah,
I'm
Morph is
struggling
struggling
to
because
get out.
the closer you get to the stone, the more you want to go.
No, you're staying down.
You know she's so close, and you could just be with her if you went.
What are his eyes looking like?
They are almost solid green right now.
I was casting. Even with casting?
No, you didn't. That's why I asked.
Even with casting.
Oh.
In fact, with your casting, they are still solid green, but your eyes look disfigured. Like, your iris is not the right shape right now, with two kinds of magic interfering with it.
I'm holding him down and I yell to the others, "Figure it out now!" Because that obviously is going to help.
Don't rush, magic is delicate!
He's going to die!
Pane, you can see, with all of this chaos going on around you, the green and gold magic passing through the pillar first, the pillar just in front of the standing stone, and then going into the standing stone, almost as if it had to check there first.
Okay, and what's the black doing? If that's what the green and the gold are doing, what's the black doing?
The
as
black
well?
is just sitting in and on the standing stone. It's not moving. Everyone can see this. It is physically there.
I'm gonna go up and touch the stone that the green and the gold magic is running through and see if I can feel anything.
Okay, you go up and touch the stone, and nothing happens. Apart from, you feel 4 straight lines carved into this stone.
Straight lines.
And you know what it's time for.
Yeah! I'm already busy though.
Puzzle
Oh god damn it!
number 1!
Fuck, I'm terrible at Professor Layton games. It's a good job Pane has a higher intelligence than me.
That's not how puzzles work.
No, okay,
Guys.
right.
I'm ready.
Can I... Okay, so
I'm
there...
so happy.
So, is there any way you could show us how exactly, like, the stones are orientated in relation to each other?
Oh fuck. I didn't. Look, I'll put it this way. It's not relevant to the puzzle.
Okay. So it's
What
4
do the
lines.
lines
What
look like?
else can I see around?
Fuck, now I have to plug my goddamn tablet back in. Fuck you guys.
Sorry.
Wait, So wait, are they 4 lines in a box or 4 lines in a cross?
They
Yeah, I was
are
gonna
just.
say vertical,
Hang on.
horizontal.
2 seconds, my dudes. Right, I'm probably going to need you to go onto the stream to have a look at what this looks like, because I can't be bothered
That's
to put
fine,
it
I've
in
got
there.
the stream open.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Let me get really fucking quick with this shit. Come on, Sai.
I'm glad I've got a pad of paper and a pen.
Am
Have
any
you ever
use
played
in this,
Professor
or
Layton
am I?
before? I mean, you're too busy trying to make
Am
a
I
beeline
completely
to the
thrilled?
stone.
Alright.
North is
Alright.
out of commission for the puzzle.
Yeah,
I am
we can't
sitting
rely. Yeah, you can
So
shout
you were
and
also
voice
out of
stuff.
commission, so it's
Yeah.
just
It's just me and Rash.
Rush.
Rash, come over here. Have a look at this.
Okay, I go over and help.
Hurry up!
Okay.
As you come
Working
over,
on it, asshole.
as you come over, can you hear that music? It just started playing. I thought that was, something you were doing, but
Not the time for a romantic night.
I'm still struggling.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, we're like wrestling, like full on, trying to like.
I used prestidigitation to cause a shower of sparks on top of you. I'm like,
Don't stop me.
don't rush me.
Right, hang on. Don't rush me. What was that? Whoa!
Oh my
This
god.
is a really bad, like, I should have thought about this. But anyway,
Oh, well.
this is, oh, for fuck's sake, use the mouse. Use the fucking mouse. And, okay, right, that is what the standing stone looks like.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
waiting on the delay
wait,
for the stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. Oh,
Oh, wait.
use the mouse, Billy. There we go.
I fucking put it underneath there. I need to fucking fuck me. Right, okay, I've moved it properly.
No, I can see it.
Yeah, so that's
Four
what you
horizontal
can
lines.
see. It's cut at an angle. So
Like a
that-
lectern.
Yeah, like a lectern, and it's just got these 4 straight lines. Magic users, apart from Morph, who is currently very thirsty for the green shit, give me a history check.
History. Oh, that is 17.
17?
18.
Rush. Right. You are not familiar with this symbol, which is odd because it is just 4 straight lines. But what you know from the surrounding area is that this is a very earth and nature aligned stone. And what you are guessing from all of the scriptures that you've ever read previously, that this must mean something similar.
Okay.
Do I ever get a chance to break out of this?
Give me an intelligence check.
I thought it would be strength contest, wouldn't it?
It
No, no,
I
so-
thought so too.
What, out of the hold or out of the thrall?
Out of the both.
Give me both. Right, give me an intelligence and a strength check.
Fuck! No, I don't like
Not
this
you.
dice
Yeah, it's
anymore.
just morph.
14
Naughty dice go in the freezer.
intelligence.
Yeah, 14 on intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, and on strength?
13 on strength.
Okay, so you do not beat Howl's, like, passive strength.
Oh, cool.
No,
Thank
because
you.
it's because you are, like, holding
already got
on here. But with a 14, you realize what you're doing isn't what you want to be doing. You haven't broken out of it yet, but you realize you're being irrational. And
Okay.
you sort of stop struggling so much as thinking really hard about why you're doing this.
Okay. When I feel him stop, I start talking to him like, you need to calm down. We're trying to figure this out. Quit listening to the voices. You came with us to stop the green. I can roll persuasion, but otherwise I just want to give him advantage on his next saving throw.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let that happen. Good shit.
Okay, and that's the only thing on that pillar, those
Yeah,
4 lines.
those 4 lines, very crudely cut, as if they were done with primitive tools, are just sitting there, and it's sort of pointing directly at the standing stone.
Water, earth, sky, stars?
Oh,
Earth, soil, tree, air. I'm just trying to think of like layers of earth.
can
Lottie,
Yeah?
geologist, geology it.
I
I
mean-
of the Earth's crust.
I mean, this Lottie person that you're talking about is perhaps a geologist. I'm Pane, and I'm a research wizard
Earth and rock.
who mainly deals with in evocation. I genuinely have no idea what this would be. They're indented. If I like trace my hand over them, they're just normal indents into stone.
Yep, they are just normal indents. You can, so like your passive intelligence and wisdom and arcana knowledge, like lets you know that this is a magical artifact. That it's not just a normie muggle artifact. It is part of this ritualistic space.
Okay, can I try casting some magic on it?
Yeah, go for it. What do you want to cast?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just do prestidigitation because that's.
And
that's
what are you trying to achieve?
Cantrip. Can trying to think. Could I first of all, I'll see if can I warm the stone up in any way?
Yes. You pop your hand on the top of the stone and it gets warmer.
Yeah. Okay. Does anything? Is there any particular way that like the green and the gold is going into the stone?
It just it penetrates through the front and orbits slightly, and then it goes straight into the standing stone.
Fuck! I have no idea.
Can I try like feeding some magic into the stone?
Yeah, go for it. What do you want to do?
Stone.
I mean, I don't know what else to do aside from literally giving it just some of my own mana or some energy.
So, what are your cantrips? What do you have?
I'd have to actually look at my cantrips. Let me open the page.
I'm so proud
Sorry,
of that.
Martin, you were mumbling something. We're close enough. What are you saying?
It's a druid stone.
Yeah. Morthal is still like kind of fucking. Morthal is still kind of out of it, and he's just ripping the shit out of Pane.
I have a cantrip that's literally just called Druid Crafts.
Yep.
I see you come up
that.
Mr. Let's eat the glowing berries.
So you're gonna cast.
He has a point. Resh!
Don't you start.
So Resh, you're gonna cast Druidcraft, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you you sort of put your hands down on this pillar, and as you do, small vines and leaves and stalks grow around your hand and onto the stone. And as the stone feels this earthen contact from a druid, it starts to glow slightly. Congratulations, you have solved my first stone puzzle. Hang on, where's and
Spider stone. That's gonna be fun. I punch it.
You punch a stone?
No. Never mind.
I mean, you can try, but I'd have to get you to roll damage.
Busy.
And so the stream just heard that, but you guys didn't. Anyway.
One second. I'll be back in a second.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let this play while you do that.
Okay.
Druid on the stone. Okay, am I still wrestling with our cleric? Like, am I still
So just sitting on him.
Morph, give me another intelligence check.
with advantage?
Yeah, with advantage.
Glad you gave me advantage.
Ah.
That's what I'm here for.
That is... What the fuck is my intelligence? 19.
It's good. Okay, so with a 19, you very quickly snap out of it, and you realize what you were doing, and you were struggling against someone who you've been working with, and you sort of slump to the ground a little bit.
I immediately release and like start to
I
back
return.
off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you again? Ortho.
Yeah, I'm back.
I offer him a hand to help him up.
I grab it.
Fantastic. So, Morph, you were sort of snapped out of your thrall, but the green is still around your eyes. It hasn't left. This is probably due to the proximity to the standing stone you're at. But as Resh places his hand on it and crafts this earth craft, this druid craft, you see all of you, including Pane, who isn't here.
I'm back. So.
Fantastic, good, because I didn't want to do this without you. You see a line grow from the bottom of the standing stone to the top, and it grows till sort of doorframe height, and then it widens, and then it opens.
Okay.
Wonderful.
The
After
green
you?
and gold magic Pane and Resh, and now everyone can see, is flowing directly into it.
Has the black energy changed at all? Totally.
No, it
Or is
hasn't.
it still lurking?
It's just lurking.
Like a creeper. Okay. Forwards we go.
Forward we go.
Into the magic flowing portal.
Yeah,
Very
let's
well.
do it.
Okay, so your party walks into this glowing portal, and it's room 1 of the Aquapolis! And,
You can't
left
find the
is
right
best.
door,
So you walk forward into this green portal, and for a moment, for a split second, your vision whites out. But after that, you are fine, and you're in a garden. There are hedge walls, so tall that you can't see over them, but they
Oh,
are
it's a
lined
maze.
with gorgeous flowers. The grass is lush and green. There are wonderful trees, and they are so beautifully curated, lining a stream that's right next to you. And you are now in this garden.
Is it day or night in the garden?
Is there a pardon?
Is it day or night in the garden?
It is dusk. It is the weird twilight that is neither light nor dark, and gives you just enough light to see by, but not to be confident in it.
Do any of the plants that we see resemble the ones we found in the forest, or are they completely different?
They are not native to this part of the world at all. I'm not even going to give you a nature check for that, because they are like nothing you've ever seen before. These look unnatural, beautiful but unnatural.
Can I do an Arcana check on just the like ambient magic?
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, 23.
23?
Yeah.
Oh, I got higher than that. I got 27.
Holy
Okay,
shit!
you know what? I'm gonna roll what is it?
I rolled a 19 and then I have to add 8 to it.
Okay, well, I rolled a
Plus
7.
8
How do you
Arcana?
get plus 8?
Proficiency.
Oh,
Proficiency, because I've got plus 6 to Arcana and then a plus 2 proficiency.
Because remember, she has like shitty constitution.
Yeah, right.
But I've got 18 intelligence.
There we go.
I got a 7.
You got a 7? It's magic, Hal. This place is magic.
Right. Then I got a 26 as well.
Look, okay, look, you got fucking 20s, and anyway, this place is made by magic. If there wasn't a magic user or a magic source in here, it would not exist. And it feels like... Resh, did you give me an Arcana check?
Oh, I got a 20.
A 20. So
Unnatural. But
that's fine. But Resh, this place feels like it could be home. Except there's something so wrong in it right now.
Oh. Oh no. Okay.
Okay, what?
Well-
I asked.
So this is a different plane.
Yeah,
looks
this
so
is
familiar.
either we've been teleported where I have never read of. It is
I'm-
a new plane.
Okay, looking around the garden, is there like a central area, like a path, anything that gives an indication of where to go?
So there is a path sort of right in front of you. There's a cut in the really tall hedge, and it leads somewhere else.
Guess where I'm going.
Okay, so you walk forward into
I've
this
got my
path.
axe out.
You've got your axe out.
Oh shit, or come back.
As we, as I
I'm
go,
not running, I'm just walking.
as I go to follow Hal,
Yeah.
where the path goes through the hedges and disappears off,
Yeah.
I'm going to create a symbol on the ground, a glowing symbol on the ground that just reads start.
Yeah, cool. So you start growing, like with your magic stick, you carve a glowing arrow into the ground. No problem. So
I'm walking.
if you're all walking, Hal, you walk forward. Resh, what did you want to do?
Resh wanted to definitely investigate, see if there was anything that he could find, because now he's super invested. I want to know what this is, why it feels so much like home, something that I haven't had any semblance of in years.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's anything here that could lead me to where the heart of this is.
Okay.
I want to help with that. I'm gonna cast light on my shield.
Okay.
And shine it around.
Yeah, cool. So you cast your light, and it glows incredibly brightly for about 5 seconds, and then dims down. And it's glowing green. Resh,
Do I notice that?
you all notice
yeah,
it. You
this
are all.
is a
You
glowing
are.
green shield.
option on that shield?
Yeah, it's actually a disco shield. Anyway, Resh, give me an investigation check.
Okay. 21.
21. So you just feel that this place is familiar. You don't know why, and you don't know how, because you've never been in this place before. But when you touch anything that's created here in this garden, you feel odd, as if you have been here before, but you know in your head that you definitely haven't.
I see the glowing shield, and I go up to Morth, and I'm like, "Is that gonna stay green if I hold it?"
Yeah.
I pass it to her.
Yeah, it absolutely still stays green.
Creepy, I give it back.
Can I see any of the green and gold magic, or like magic strands, or even any of the black now that we're here? Or is
You
it just...
don't see the black so much as sense it. It's not here yet, but you can feel it. The green and gold wraps around everything here.
Can I pinpoint where the black is?
No, it's just there.
That fuzzy in the corner of my...
It's fuzzy in the corner. It's exactly when you try and think of it, it displaces.
That black decaying energy is still here, but it's shifting. Very green and gold here, though. It's quite festive.
Yeah, it's fucking Christmas. You've walked into Christmas.
We are at the North Pole, whatever that is.
Fantasy North Pole, where Fantasy Santa lives.
Fantasy elves. No, God.
Wait, no, hang on.
No,
Fantasy North Pole, where real Santa lives. Because if that's how this is gonna work.
Oh god.
Shit,
Okay.
guys, we're in Kingdom Hearts. Right,
Alright, so Hal looks at the three of you and is like, "I can't sense shit. I don't see shit. So if I'm about to walk into something, give me a shout. Because otherwise, I don't think we're gonna get anything done by just standing here with you guys staring at it all." and rhythm's getting really loud all of a sudden. Wow, ow, ow.
Let's get moving.
I agree with Hal. We've got to get
Yeah,
going. The
I
grid
agree.
is
Is there an
freaking
exit?
me out.
Yeah, we follow the path, garden path.
Yep.
Around the
Okay.
hedge
You go around the hedge and you
and into
walk.
a pit.
Yeah, Team Rocket style, right into your own trap. It was you all along. Da 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 da.
It was I who set the maze ablaze.
And you walk in, and it's just more garden. The hedge starts to be a lot more crafted down, but weirdly, when you try and look over the hedge, and it's not that tall anymore, you just can't see it. It's weird.
I don't like it
And
here.
it makes you feel very uncomfortable.
I really don't like it. This place is messing with us.
If it's not gods, it's gonna be elves.
But you.
It could be Fae. Oh
You
no, we're not.
racists.
We're not in the Feywilds, are we? I've read
We
about
are probably
it.
in the Fey world. We went through a garden
Chaotic.
door.
I don't think we're in the Feywild.
So you walk forward, and the wonderfully crafted bushes and floral arrangements last for a good sort of 10 minutes of walking. So everyone give me a perception check.
Perception.
15.
15,
13.
13,
22.
22, and
21.
21. Okay.
That makes sense.
Who was the 13? Was that you, Hal?
Yeah, no, that was me.
Oh, okay, right. So everyone except for Pane, which is fucking hilarious because you're the magic wizard.
You're a magic wizard.
You're a magic fucking wizard.
You're a wizard, Pane.
Wizard Pane. Everyone feels tendrils snapping at their ankles. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh yeah, let's go.
15.
15. Right. Let me.
But I want to attack.
7.
15.
4.
It's fine, I'll be dead by the time I get to make my move.
11.
Okay. So hang on.
Wait, did I get the highest
Hal,
initiative?
4. No, Resh got 15.
That's decent.
More.
Look what the rest of us were doing.
11. Well, I mean, you guys rolled better than I did, kind of. But these things did get a surprise round on Hal. So,
Wait, no, I rolled the lowest section, didn't I?
oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
What was the walking order for us? Who was leading?
I mean, it's
I'm leading.
Me,
Yeah.
and then the other two. I don't know in what order.
I wouldn't be at the back.
It's Hal, Pane, Resh, Morse, and then Resh, I assume.
Yeah. Cool. So hang on. So Pane, you feel you don't feel these tendrils until it's too late, and they wrap around your legs and thorns start growing around them, and they cut into your skin quite badly, and they do just 2 damage, just 2 poison damage.
Pane is dead.
Oh. No, I'm bloodied. No, I've got 6 whole hit points left.
6 more hit
If only-
points.
Yup.
If only we had a cleric.
Oh man.
If only I could heal myself.
She's not hurt yet. She'll be fine.
She's fine, says.
My ankle starts bleeding.
And very quickly the thorns recede, and out of the bushes and one out of the tree, you see 2 dryads form out of all of the natural sort of substances around. And Resh, give me an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone else hear an echo?
I thought I heard it for a second, but I don't know what it was. Let's see.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Is it Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay, my Arcana bonus is +2, so I rolled a 16.
Okay.
Oh.
Hang on. I can hear an echo of my voice.
Twitch reset, so if you had the Twitch muted,
there we go.
it's probably back on again.
I think it's fine for me. I think. Oh God. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's still muted. Oh, the video died, but audio is fine.
I just reset it.
You look fine.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Refreshed it. It's better now.
Yeah. Let me refresh on my one. Anyway,
I
Resh,
know what I
you
know.
have encountered dryads before, and they're usually very calm. They're usually very, go with the wind kind of hippie people. These aren't those dryads. They feel wrong. You can see the gold weaving underneath them.
Do I see the gold?
Give me a perception check.
18.
18. Yeah, you see this gold threading through this dryad's skin. And wherever the gold is, sort of an inch around it, it looks like dying. Like, it looks like it's being starved of something.
Okay, well, can I... Who's up? Come on, we did initiative.
Yep.
Okay.
Time to enter combat.
So, first in the combat is Resh.
Okay, then I'm going to try and use Thunder Wave to push them back a bit, including the tendrils if they're still around, but...
Unless you have spell
I mean-
sculpting, that's gonna be friendly fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in front of you.
Oh, in front. Oh, I thought it was in the. Okay, never mind.
No,
No,
so you're
they're
first
wrapped
in the
around.
order, but you're about in the middle.
Oh, okay,
You're
so that's
behind,
not gonna work.
and
Ah,
me
shit,
and
shit,
Mal.
shit, shit, shit. Frick. None of my. Well, I could try to entangle them.
Mm-hmm.
Playing vines with vines.
Yeah, fine. That's all he's got. So, at least if we hold them still, the rest of you guys will have a better shot at this.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
level 1 is rough. Let's go.
Okay, so entangle. I'll cast that.
Just walk me through it.
Okay, so grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground.
Yep.
Starting from a point within range.
Okay, do they
Which
have
would
to
be-
make a deck save, or...?
It says, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
Okay, so what is your DC for that? So that should be your spellcasting modifier. It should be on, like, your second page.
Okay, my spellcast.
Yeah, it's 8 plus spellcasting modifier plus proficiency bonus.
Well, one of them got an 18, and the other one did not. So I'm going to assume that one of them is entangled.
Okay.
Yep, and is that your turn? Did you want to do anything else? So you've used an action, but you can do something like moving. Is also like you can move once and you can do one thing once, and then like talking and asking me questions is a free action.
Could I, while they're restrained, attempt to ask them what's happened here? Like, are they receptive to being talked to at all?
Do you have like talk to trees and plants?
No.
Then no.
Nope. Okay. Well, nothing at level 1.
No, that's fine. Next in the order is Pane. No, it's Morph.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so it's
definitely
me.
not me.
Well, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame
Mm-hmm.
at the unrestrained one.
The unrestrained one. Okay,
Yeah.
give me a roll. Or do I have to make a save for that?
You have to make a dex save.
Okay, what's the DC?
14.
Okay, so that is... Oof, that's no. She does not... The first Dryad does not make it, so how much damage is that?
You take 3 damage.
3 damage. So you cast Sacred Flame expecting it to do a little bit of damage, but as the flame catches, you realize that a Dryad is made of fucking plants. And so she takes 6 damage.
Cool.
and she is bloodied. Next in the order is the Dryad you just attacked, so she's gonna go after Morph. And she's going to cast...
I don't have reactions yet. I just let her blaze past me.
yeah, you just, hang on 2 seconds.
I'm shocked. I'm looking at the vines around Pane. Everything got really quick.
Yeah, pretty much. So she's going to... She sort of blasts her arms out and she casts Shillelagh. And...
That's a good one. I think she needed a weapon, though.
Yeah, fist. For a Dryad.
Okay, so she... Hang on, what's your AC?
It would be 16 at the moment.
She does not hit.
It's not 18? Don't you have your shield out?
No, I can't cast with my shield yet.
Oh. As your ace? What do you mean cast with your shield? Oh.
I can't do magic with my shield out.
Oh, okay.
I have to have...
Oh, wait, no, hang on. I forgot how this works. She does hit. And she does... When I can figure out which dice I'm using... 6 damage.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
And then next in the order is Pane.
Bloody ankle! Christmas. Not that I know what that is.
I thought Pane had the last one.
No, you got 2.
No.
No, you got 4. Pane got 7.
Oh, okay. How did they surprise her?
And then, they're dryads, and they're obviously made of plants, so I am going to hurl a firebolt at the one that isn't currently restrained.
Firebolt! Right, what's
Yeah.
the DC on that? Because I know I have to roll to save for that one.
The DC is 14.
Ooh, so I rolled 14. So on a tie, I believe we... Let's just do a tiebreaker. Roll a d20.
An 8.
I got a 17, so no, that does not hit. Well, I take half damage, right, for that?
Yes.
Okay. So roll your damage. Actually, it would just do normal damage, because it's going to double the damage anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically it did half damage. You won't do the big dick steeps that you thought you were going to do.
Okay, 6.
Okay, so you,
Damage.
hurl this firebolt.
It says, a flammable object hit by this spell ignites being carried.
Where? I didn't quite get that.
It says, a flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it's being carried. Do they count as objects?
I mean, they're sentient beings. Either way, you throw this big dick fireball at this dryad, and she makes the most horrific sound as she bursts into flames and turns into ash, and she is gone.
Just for future reference as well, if you tie, they pass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Either way, I kind of like doing it that way, because it still gives it sort of elements of chance. But cool, I will do that next time. And then next is Hal.
So, okay, we're almost done the fight, but which one is left? Is it the one that was entangled or not entangled?
It's the one that was entangled.
Okay. I am gonna roll 2 attacks on it, because there's 2 attacks on it, so it's just my hand and my offhand, so
yeah.
Main hand is blue, offhand is orange. I don't hit it, so I go up, and I'm like, I got like the pick, I got everything, and I don't hit either time.
Hang on, you
What
have
did you roll?
advantage.
You have advantage because she's entangled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You roll that shit.
Because I rolled a 5 and a 2. We're gonna take the brace off right now. Okay, you know what? I will pain of this. That was awful.
Yeah, blame your brace.
Shazam to it.
I rolled a 5 and a 7, so I still don't hit anything.
Yeah, she has an AC of like 10, and you still managed to fuck this
wait
up.
a minute. AC of 10? Actually...
It's 11.
Oh, AC 11?
Yeah.
You should have like
Attack
a +5.
bonus. Because I have a +4 for attack. So
Yeah.
one of them hits.
Okay, so one of them hits, and so
Yeah.
roll damage.
Okay. 8 plus 2, so 10.
10 damage. So you hack.
My axe misses, but the war pick comes around and just uppercuts.
Yeah, so your war pick comes down and it gets her in the back of the neck. And she screams. But she is not gone.
I can't action surge yet, because this is what I would, but I can't. So next session.
And she retaliates. And she does a shillelagh at you too. And she
Cool. Fight me.
She only rolls a 10. So no.
Ah!
So she tries to sort of get at you. But even though you're so close, she's still entangled and she doesn't quite aim properly, and it just sort of goes off to the left somewhere. Top of the order is Resh.
If I have to like maintain focus on the entangling, does that mean I can't do anything else?
Yeah, you can
Yes,
speak.
usually, but
You can speak and you can move.
you can tell that she's close to death, so you could drop entanglement if you wanted to.
And just hit her.
Yeah, okay, then I would attempt to do that because I
Mhm.
have a scimitar.
Yep.
That I could attempt to strike at her with, even though I'm not very strong. Okay. Hold on. Oh shit, hold on. I'll be back in a minute. Marina just thing over.
Goddamn cat.
But I mean, Resh is still strong. Like, he has proficiency with his weapon, so he is still strong enough to use it.
Yeah.
So we hope you've been enjoying our D&D session so far.
Yeah, they've been fighting some trees.
Tune in every odd Thursday when Moon is in 7th.
She's dicking about, don't worry.
Tune in every odd Sunday when the Moon is in 7th house to watch The Best Kind of Mad, Raw another service offered by her Twitch channel.
Vox Machina. Dun dun dun. Yeah, I will try not to upload on wrong Thursday.
Indeed how you pronounce scimitar.
Yeah.
Scimitar.
I'll try not to upload on wrong Thursday, as we like to call it.
How do you pronounce it?
How do you? Yeah, scimitar. How do you? What?
I'm intrigued.
Skimitar.
Sigmatar.
Excellent Northern Irish accent there, Millie.
Just stick.
Sharp thing.
Sharp, pointy, curvy. What's it?
This little fucker is determined. My table.
That's not a nice thing to say about our DM, Kat.
I'm so upset at her right now. I'm just gonna.
My cat is being an asshole.
Oh,
okay,
man.
so anyway,
That was fun.
What the fuck did she do to my other die? What the fuck?
Did she eat a dice?
No, like I don't know what she must have. I came back from wiping out what she knocked over in the kitchen, and my other die is gone. So I'm going to assume that she knocked it over. Where is it? You little shit!
Absolute chaos. So Resh just has this moment of, what the fuck? Where did my other hand go?
Yeah, it's just
I'm going to find this die.
one of
Okay.
your fingers just disappears and then comes back a second later,
Yeah.
and you're like, what the fuck? Yes.
Okay, well, anyway.
I find before your cat coats on.
Okay, well, scimitar. I'm gonna just. It's 1d6 plus 3 damage.
Okay,
and
roll
I'm
to
going
hit
5.
first.
Roll
Okay.
D20 first.
Yeah, roll me a d20.
Roll your
With
remaining d20.
advantage.
Yeah,
Roll
with
my
advantage.
d20.
No, she's dropped entanglement, so
Yeah.
to hit with scimitar.
So, oh shit, I got a 12.
A 12 hits, so don't worry.
Okay.
Now roll your damage.
1d6 plus 3. That is. So I've got a 6.
A 6. So you bring this scimitar down right on the opposite side of the neck that Hal has his pick in. and she
Loses her head.
can't scream anymore. You've taken that away from her. She simply
Her singing career is
disintegrates.
over.
And she is gone.
Okay. What the fuck, child? Where did you put the die?
You know,
It should not be missing. It should not be missing.
Dryads are looking so much nicer in the books I read.
Okay. Yay, we win!
Yeah.
Yay. I have 6 whole hit points left.
Is Pane still like bound by those thorns?
No, they sort of
They retracted.
yeah, they retracted as soon as
They just fucked up my ankle.
yeah.
Got a little bit of blood.
So yeah, you're good. And oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do at all.
Don't worry about the music. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I will worry about the music. Anyway, because it was gonna work and now it's not. Hang on, just please. No, right, fuck it. Ugh.
My favourite tune.
Right. Anyway, sadness. Look, I just want this one. This one. Can we play this one, please?
You're asking too much of it.
I am apparently.
Rhythm needs to get its shit together.
And with the defeat of these dryads, everything is clear again. And you don't really find anything on their desecrated corpses. And they are quickly taken over by freshly grown grass. And you can see it, the grass moving. It covers it up, takes the ashes, and then they are gone. And you can move forward.
Okay.
Lead the way? How?
Yeah, I keep going. I stop to like look at you, like I look at Pen's ankle, and then I look at her just to like double check. Are you okay to go?
I'll be fine. Not dead yet.
Then we keep going.
I have less hit points than Pane, by the way.
Oh, really? You do?
Yeah.
How many
Oh yeah,
hit
you got
points?
hit.
Hit me for 6 and I have 5 left.
Oh shit.
In that
Alright, then I
case,
look at more, and then I'm
before-
like, wait. You look fucked up.
move on. I'll burn
Ash
a
can do cure wounds.
and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep. Go for it.
See, yeah.
Marina, leave it
You
alone.
get 6 HP back.
Oh, fantastic. He's back to
Sweet.
max.
Oh wait, past my spellcasting modifier. Well, he's at max now.
Yeah, he just maxed it out. Okay, so Morph, you are looking particularly more healthy than what you were before. And
Shield, man, the shield. It's a good shield.
and you keep walking forward. And it gets to a
How
point.
wide is the path?
They're about 5. No.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. 5 meters wide.
Okay.
It's a leisurely garden walk. It's not a maze. It's someone's weird, transplanar garden.
Mm-hmm.
Calicanas's garden.
Yeah. Except there's no meteor this time, or is there?
Or fan.
And you're not frogs. And you walk forward cautiously, as you might, until you get to a part of the garden that you haven't seen before. It looks like there's a little indent. I say little. It's a sort of circular indent in the bushes, and in that indent there is a small table and a tea set and some benches, and there is a sort of overgrowth of rose bushes covering this place, and slightly behind that you can see bedrolls.
Okay.
Investigation. I don't trust
Yeah,
this shit at all.
yeah. It's let's have a look around.
I don't trust this shit, but I rolled a 4, and I don't trust this shit anymore.
I rolled 20.
A 20. So with this investigation check, you actually don't see anything wrong here. It's just some bedrolls and a tea set. Even when you go to investigate the tea, there is nothing poisoned about it.
Don't care. I'm not eating shit in here.
It's just
The
normal.
last time someone ate shit in the forest.
It's just normal. And
No.
no, she says. And it's if the gardener's trying to be hospitable to you.
Nope.
I mean, you have to keep in mind, guys, that it's almost 1 a.m. and I have to go to work tomorrow. So, you are in this space, and
We can't just keep wandering around aimlessly. I think we need to stop, have a discussion as to what we're going to be doing, and then continue on.
DM's word, honest to God, nothing bad will happen to you in this
And
space.
I am going to have some tea.
I mean, we're not wandering aimlessly. We're following
Resh trusts this place
path.
a little too much, so he's just gonna sit down.
I'm having some tea. I
Okay.
haven't had tea in so long. I'm
It's
going to have some.
as you taste this tea, you can Pane, as your wizardly and scholarly and rather high elfish upbringing has let you you can tell it's rose leaf tea, and it's very nice. It's a very subtle flavor, and it's this one you can kind of tell, although it's rose leaf, it kind of tastes like fantasy candy floss.
Bit sweet.
But it's a natural sweet. It's not like someone has dumped sugar into it. It's
more like
something...
as if someone's mixed a bit of honey in.
Kind of. It's like the rose petals itself were sweet.
Okay. Quite pleasant. Hal, you should try some.
Die.
The great
I can't
mystery.
find it.
But forget the puzzle and what's going on. The true mystery
is where Marina
cat
threw
dive.
this dice. Right. So you can all stay here for a long or short rest. It feels like you're probably going to be here for a while, because no matter how far you've walked, and you've been in this place for about an hour now, it seems to just keep going. So you're probably distrustful, but relatively thankful for this reprieve.
Just
I'm gonna
before we
start.
sit. Yeah?
Yeah, go on.
No, you go for it first.
Okay. I'm gonna start trying to burn through the hedge with Sacred Flame.
Okay, as soon as you start trying to attack the hedge, it just sort of morphs out of the way, as if it's going, no, 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 no. And if you could talk to plants, that's probably what you'd hear. And even as you walk forward, it just sort of away from the flame. And you don't go anywhere. It just keeps there is no end to the amount of bush, and it's just like skittering away from it. It doesn't close back on you. Just sort of at one point you walk so far in that it kind of just
come back.
It yeah, it just redirects you, and out you come of the bush with the sacred flame in, and you are confused. Because
I'm watching this drinking the tea, and then halfway through a nice big sip, I get the sudden realization. We didn't tell anyone where we were going. No one knows where we are or what we're doing. As far as everyone is concerned, people disappeared and then we disappeared.
I look at Pane and I'm like, that's the whole adventuring shtick. What do you think Heversham was gonna come out into the middle of a forest where he's honor bound never to trespass?
Well, no.
Jess is gonna ride in.
I don't know. She looks like she has a mean right hook. She probably could save us.
She could, but
okay, right. So while you're taking this rest,
rest,
back on track.
As before we end the session, you can all pick someone to get to know, because you've only been with each other for like a day, and although Hal and Pane, you kind of know each other, you haven't really talked about anything. You can use this time to do anything you want, necessarily, but if you wanted to, you could, spend it getting to know someone else by asking questions and whatnot. And I'll just, the next time we start up, I'll ask what you did with that time. So just, you can change it later, but give me an idea of what you think you'd want to do. So Resh first.
Well, if I had to pick any of them to try and get to know Pane, seems like the person in this group so far.
Okay. And Pane, are you good with that?
I'm sort of side-eyeing you because I don't know you very well at all, and I don't really like people I don't know, but I'm also highly intrigued on what you have to say about all the magical stuff that's going down.
Okay, cool.
I
So Resh and
accept
Pane are going to talk to each other. Which are Morth and Hal happy to have a discussion?
I don't see why not.
They can have a discussion in the great show and tradition. They go and beat each other with their weapons for a bit. And
I probably apologize for any bruises he got from the rest of them.
Okay. And as you sit down and have these discussions and have a rest, you feel more prepared for the time ahead, and you level up.
Yay!
So just keep an eye on that, and obviously I'll let you do that off stream, and when we come back next, I'll ask you what you did.
Yay.
It's like show and tell. Okay.
Yay.
So there we
Time
are.
to go into the DM-less D&D chat.
Oh man. Okay. Well, to anyone on Twitch who was watching that and enjoyed, thank you very much. You can press follow and get notifications when we go live again, which should be this time in this time in 2 weeks. Sunday in 2 weeks time. Because Charlie has to get drunk somewhere else, which is fair, and we appreciate this.
That's going to be September 1st? No, October 1st.
Yes, I feel like that is a correct assumption.
We said September 20 some. I don't know. I'll check what I did.
Yeah.
And we'll have a look.
No worries.
Sometime weekend, 2 weeks time.
Yeah, in 2 weeks time, and I should be off work. I will definitely double check that. But thank you very much for staying with us, and we hope you enjoyed anything. If you have anything to say to me personally about how the campaign is going, or if you want to make any suggestions, I'm available on Tumblr and Twitter under the same name that I have, Best Kind of Mad. And yeah, we will see you in a couple of bye Rhythm in a couple of weeks.
Rhythm's gone again.
I will also upload these episodes to YouTube so that you can see them later, and now that we don't have like horrific audio problems, that should be a lot nicer to listen to. So I will do that as soon as I can. Otherwise, from all of us, thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.